Hi, I'm Darcy.
And I'm Kelly. Thank you for joining us for
And Another Thing,
where we talk about current events,
pop culture,
things we love,
things we don't,
all slathered in gobs of laughter.
and all the feels.
So grab a tasty beverage, sit back and join us for
And Another Thing.
Cheers. It's been a while. We missed you.
Hot minute. Hi, everybody.
Hello. It's been a little while.
Yes, have you missed us?
We missed you.
Um,
So we have a lot to talk about because we've been gone so long. But before we get started, don't forget, if you don't already, push the little red button down there and subscribe to the And Another Thing with Darcy and Kelly channel. And follow us on the Instagrams and the face webs and all
And the webs in the face of books and all the
Face of
stuff.
Just find us, follow us, stalk us. We love it.
Yes, easily stalkable, us
Yes.
girls. So, okay.
Lots to talk about.
So much.
So a couple episodes ago, we talked a little bit about Dr. Larry Nassar of the gymnastics, formerly the gymnastics doctor.
Yeah.
Man, he had to stay in court.
He sure did. He sure did.
If you're under a rock, if you live under a rock, he was sentenced to 175 years in prison, and he's already serving 60 years for child pornography.
What in the hell?
It's not funny. It should not be
It's
laughing.
not funny at all. What's funny is that he's going to die behind bars.
Yes.
I mean, that's not funny because we should have compassion even for a rapist, but
Well, here's the thing. Here's my thing about that. Pedophiles are not born, they are made by other pedophiles. This man must have been victimized himself. So I look at somebody like that as extremely, extremely sick, but getting his justice for sure.
right. Well, and that's a good point because people. Goodness,
Sorry.
okay? It's all the crud going around. I don't think anybody's not had it this season. Anyway, so one of the things, because I put something like, glibly, like, oh, I hope he gets his behind bars, and then somebody said you shouldn't joke about rape ever, even to a rapist. So I took that back, and that was actually, I think it was a friend of ours, Danielle. And I took it down, and that was a real teaching moment for me. Even me, at 52, I can have teaching moments.
It's true. Well, it is true. I mean, rape is not something you joke about, even that, but I mean,
Yeah.
pedophiles don't do well in prison.
No, they do
I'd be
not.
amazed if he
Or
died of
child
old
porn.
age in there.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
child porn. And
Yeah.
So a couple things came out. The judge was a rock star. She's
Yes,
a
she was.
freaking rock star.
Forgot her name right
Yes.
now, but here it is.
Yeah.
She was amazing.
She was amazing. And when he read his letter of contrition or whatever at the end, and it wasn't even contrite, it was like,
Well, that's the thing where I'm having a hard time looking at him as, oh, he's been victimized too. Well, I mean, usually that's my go-to, is that this person's also a victim. Sorry. But he doesn't seem to have any remorse, does't seem to think he's done anything wrong,
No,
and wrote a letter to that effect.
he actually signed the last line of it was, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Completely negating everything these women said. What is that, 150 of them?
150 of
Got
them.
up and talked to him, and he even said, I shouldn't have to sit through this, and the judge was like, oh yes.
Oh, yes, you do. They shouldn't have had to sit through everything he did to violate their bodies.
Well, and,
And
like we talked about before, there's a lot of issues here. I have to believe that the IOC and the gymnastics committee had to have been complicit in this.
Yeah,
You can't get along
absolutely.
with it for that long, and people complained numerous times.
Yeah.
And he was still in place. And come to find out, he wrote a lot of the policy on reporting a doctor.
What?
So he benefited from his own policy. that he
Nothing
wrote.
wrong there.
Yeah, no conflict of interest. And now it puts the Carolis, which I hate, in a suspicious light because the gymnastics committee just said that they cut all ties with the Carolis and the Caroli Ranch.
Caroli drink.
A Caroli drink and a Darcy Stuff coughing drink.
I know, right?
So that bothers me because I've always loved me some Bella Caroli and his
Well,
wife.
yeah. I mean, what they've done for gymnastics is amazing. It'd just be disgusting and just heartbreaking on the most unbelievable
But we
level.
don't know.
If they
We don't know if they
knew.
were involved, but we do know that Dr. Nassar was one
Yeah.
of the doctors at the ranch, so that's why they've
Right.
distanced themselves. But the best thing to come out of this is the father, the badass father. Oh, sorry, accidentally cussed drink.
Oop.
So if you don't know, a father went, and we were trying to figure out, he had already had a sentencing, so this was some other after.
Yeah,
it wasn't the same
another
judge, it was a male
hearing
judge.
or something.
It was
yeah.
a male judge, it wasn't the same judge. So a father whose 3 of his daughters, I have his name, Randall Margraves. 3 of his daughters were abused by Dr. Nassar. And he asked the judge first, can I have 5 minutes alone in a locked room with him before he's taken away? And the judge said,
Whatever for.
yeah, exactly. And then he said, okay, 1 minute. And the judge was like very patient. That's not how the justice system works. He was judge-splaining.
I love it.
And so the father just said, okay, then I have to. And he
Just
made a beeline for Dr. Nassar.
and I gotta hand it to the security guards. They were on top of their shizzle.
Yeah, they were.
They were on him like like I imagined the if you remember the movie. Oh my God, with the vampire. Lestat and them, Interview with the Vampire. There's that scene that's shot from the ceiling where they they swoop in on the actor and eat him.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me.
Right.
It's like that's really creepy. But
I don't know. I think if I were the security guard, I'd kind of sit there like this and watch it happen.
right. I mean, like
But, yeah.
who can blame the guy when 3 of your daughters?
I think he got off. I think it got off with a very stern judge-splaining warning, but I don't think they did anything to
Really?
the father. At first, I thought they said they were going to hold him in contempt
Stick
of
him
court.
overnight or
But they
something
didn't,
in the drunk
I
tank.
hope
or
they
something.
didn't. I'm sorry. I hope they didn't.
I
Because I
know.
don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
So write in with your thoughts. Well, it's going to unfold. We're going to see more. I think that a lot of people are going to go down. And University of Michigan.
Can I you and I both watch Law and Order SVU. How many times have they had stories on where the girls are, assaulted at college and the college won't do anything about it?
I work on
This
university.
television
It happens
show?
all the time.
And part of my other living, I transcribe psychological evaluations, and that's pretty much all I can say, except that there have been a couple university cases, let's just say. That said, that television show has been trying to, drive this point home for years now, that colleges don't do anything to support women who have been assaulted.
Well, and one of the things I know about working at a university is parents are entrusting the employees at a university with their most prized possession in their life.
Yes,
their
children.
And it is up to the university's responsibility to do everything they can to keep those children safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
sorry.
they're not, and they're failing.
But I
and
do
it's
have
got
to say the
change.
good thing is within days the president of Michigan State, not Missouri, sorry Missouri, you're fine. Michigan State and the athletic director both resigned.
Okay, good.
Hi,
Felicia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Felicia, exactly.
Yep.
So, yeah,
That's
that. It's bad, but I'm glad that the girls had their day in court.
Yeah.
And I
How about Allie's Rockstar Raisman? Amazing,
Yeah. And I love that the judge had a response for every girl. Like, you're enough. I'm hearing you. I'm an adult. I'm listening to you. She had such a great response to every girl who spoke.
Yeah.
I think that judge is
She's
just
amazing. Put her on the Supreme
I
Court.
was just going to say that.
But we also have to say another little side about this is the Me Too movement is wonderful and necessary. Obviously, this has been needing to happen for so long. But we have to be careful
I know you're gonna say that.
because you know what, men? Yeah, you do need to be afraid about what you say to a woman in the workplace. You damn well better, because if it never crossed your mind before, it damn well better cross your mind now.
Right.
But ladies, do not ruin this for the victims who have felt silenced and marginalized for years and years, generations,
Yes.
by trying to profit off of this, or lying about something.
Yeah.
It's like
Everybody deserves to be heard, but
Yes.
make it worth hearing.
one, believe the women, but two, every man deserves to be able to prove himself not guilty as well.
Right.
You know, like Ryan Seacrest was just, there was an investigation into him. Some stylist said that he had, you know, treated her inappropriately. And so E did an investigation, and they just said the other day that they're like, they couldn't find sufficient evidence to prove that he'd done anything wrong. It is, as far as I know, the only claim. And generally, when somebody's a dog, when somebody is sexually assaulting people, it doesn't just happen once.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
it's a behavior. It's a
pattern.
consistent
It's a
behavior.
sickness, and they keep on doing it. It's a power play. I think you have to know the difference between, oh, he didn't really mean that. That was an accident. He accidentally said the wrong thing, and this person is violating my privacy and my space.
Yeah.
You have to know.
Well, and I think it's also very important for women to speak up at the time. And I know it's not
Oh,
always a
yeah.
comfortable thing. It's not always an easy thing, but there are so many times that's like, I wish I would have said something and I didn't when it was really inappropriate. Let's face it, in theater or in, people are always grabbing you and touching you and giving back rubs and shoulder rubs. And that's part of a great thing, but it's also like, you know,
Yeah.
but you don't say anything because, then it'll be the next 6 weeks performing with this person. It's going to be weird. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a
It
fine
is hard.
line, but
It's a
just
fine line.
try to be aware.
Yeah.
Everybody try to be aware, and just look out for somebody other than yourself for a change. Really, this comes down to think about somebody else for a change.
Right.
You know,
Get out of
it's
your
not all about
damn
you.
head. That's right.
Anyway, let's move on.
And you know what else is sad? Just to lighten this up a little bit.
Yes, let's.
So, I don't know how many of you watch This Is Us. So Crock Pot, actually, we're both huge This Is Us
Huge
fans.
fans.
So Crock Pot actually they released a little video with Milo saying that it's not Crock Pot's fault that Jack died. Sorry, spoiler alert. You find out in the first
I know,
episode
right?
Jack dies. But now we find out he died in a fire caused by a faulty wiring of a crock pot.
Right. Don't boycott Crock Pot. Don't say that 10 times fast. Don't boycott Crock Pot. It's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
So yeah, I thought that was really funny that Crock Pot had to say, "Hey, don't blame us."
I know, right? Because people are
Cook some Tide Pods in the Crock Pot and make it a whole party.
awesome.
So that's the things to talk about.
Yeah.
I know we covered a lot, but we've been gone and we had to,
Oh, it's stuff to talk about.
So,
Literally.
yeah. Give us your feelings, your thoughts. And
tell
stuff.
us.
And,
Because these conversations will go on.
and we'll be back with things we love.
Yes. These are a few of the things that we love.
Yeah!
Hey everybody, so things we love. I don't have a thing. I love people. I'm 52 and I love people. No, I just want to say, and I know I've said this before, but it's so true, and it's even truer this time of year when it's coming up on Valentine's Day. My family and friends are so important to me, and I am so lucky to have the support system I do. It sure makes being single much easier, knowing that you have people. So many times when you're single, you're like, I'm alone, but I'm not alone. I'm never alone.
Never.
So thank you to friends and family in my life, this one much included, to make me not feel, even though I am not in a relationship, I am not alone.
Amen to that. And on that note, a little segue into, if you do know somebody who is celebrating Singles Awareness Day this year and they don't have a partner, I'm actually fine. I always have a date every year with Ben and Jerry. It's wonderful. We have a great time. But if you know somebody like that who would love to be in a relationship and they just aren't, and maybe this day, this time of year is really difficult for them, I'd like somebody, but I just don't,
Right.
whatever. But there are some people who it really, really brings
Right.
them down.
It doesn't bother
So
me anymore.
reach out to them.
Yeah.
And make this a day that's not just about romantic love. Make it about agape, which in Greek means the purest kind of Christ-like love, the purest love that you can have, human for God and God for human. So celebrate that amongst the world, and your sisters, your brothers, your parents, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your friends, your coworkers, anybody, reach out to somebody who needs to feel loved this year and do something nice for them.
Because
Even if
everybody
it's
does.
just telling them,
People who even you don't think do,
Yeah.
everybody does.
yeah,
Like that crotchety lady across the street, she still needs to be loved. And I'm probably that crotchety lady
yeah.
across the street.
I'm gonna
so.
get off the lawn, my lady, now.
Get off.
Get off the lawn, my lady. All right, we gotta go.
Thanks for joining us. It's been too long, and we
Yes.
won't stay away too long because you know who we love?
You. Thanks for watching, y'all. Happy Valentine's Day.